Good morning, good morning, good morning, and greetings from the beautiful island of Barbados. It is absolutely beautiful this morning. A little bit of high cloud and stuff, as you can see, a little bit of the low on the horizon as well, which gives us the possibility of looking this way for a lot longer this morning. It's going to be a stunning day here on the rock for sure. We have a guest star, or sorry, not a guest star, a guest with us today, who I'm going to be troubling, but don't let him know that. He does not realize that. He thinks it's going to be a quiet and calm day, but little does he know he's in for trouble. But beautiful, beautiful Silver Rock. Those who are not familiar where we are, we're at Silver Rock in Silver Sands. Absolutely amazing. We're talking a little bit more about what it used to be like as we were walking along. We're walking on memory lane a little bit. Just a beautiful morning. But look at this beautiful, beautiful setting. Absolutely perfect for our Serenity prayer. Those who'd like to join us now, please do so. All others will be back with you in a few moments, just to say this is not a religious prayer. This is a prayer for guidance, peace and direction. So here we go. Those who'd like to join us, please do so. God, grant us the serenity to accept things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. I would like to show you what happens when you come to places like this on a morning and you start to take in all of the surroundings and the peace and serenity. And this is how you get. You just sit down and enjoy the beautiful surroundings this morning. As you can see, he's totally at peace. We've had a nice little conversation up here. We've enjoyed this morning spent together, and we talked about past days and history and stuff. I'm just going to put you down for another second. I realize that my 4x4's lacing is undone, so we're just going to put you down for a minute, let you enjoy a little bit more of this, and then we'll get en route. So here we go. Alright, and we're off. Thanks for your patience and your understanding, because I'm not going to go and fall down out here in front of Ray Cope and let him laugh at me this morning. So let me just get off my stuff here and get ready to introduce him to you all and let him speak to you all and say good morning to everyone. Good morning, Mr. Cope, sir. How are you going, Conductor?
Good morning. I must be mad getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. The last time I got up this early, I was on the shift work from 6 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But this gentleman here, he's brought me to paradise again.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And Silver Sands has changed so much. When I was here in 2008, the beach is gone. I'm just going to take a picture now down the beach to what I thought was a Silver Sands hotel. It's called Silver Rock. Silver Rock. Yeah. It's terrible what's happened around here. Yeah. It really is. It's a shame.
Still beautiful, but definitely very rundown. Yeah, it's absolutely stunning up here. This is where we'll be in action for the 5th of next month, following Brian's World Beach Culture Tour. There's Beach Culture Tour, yeah. We should be having a lot of fun up here. We're bringing that to you all. We have a lot of events coming up over the next few days, so it's going to be changing quite a bit. There's going to be some that we cannot get to, obviously, but we'd like to let you experience a few what it's like around Independence in Barbados. We'd also like to let you experience what the beautiful beaches transform into up here when they start to have beach cricket and stuff, some cultural sports we've not seen for a long time. All that's going to be here if you're here in Barbados from the 5th until the 12th of next month. Please come and visit us. We will be up here as well. We'll be all over the island actually, because the entire week's not going to be focused up here. It's going to be having different events, island tours and stuff, showing people other parts of the island that they may not see. So if you are around, please come and join us. If you see our broadcast and we're passing an area that's near you, please come and join us. Come out and say hello to the family. We want you all just come out and say hi again and spread your love and share with everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning here. As I said, it's a little overcast and stuff, but as you can see, beautiful nature at its best. If he falls down now, I'm going to go and catch him, but don't worry about it. I let him roll at least 2 or 3 times first, because I got to get a good laugh this morning. I'm really not that cruel. I'm really not that cruel at all, but if he does fall, we're going to watch him tumble, and we're going to put a song trapped it later on. The harder they come, the harder they fall. Alright, so we're going to make in this direction down here. Lovely. Now, as Ray had said a few minutes ago, all the beach has gone up here. It did not appear to you all as that way. It's the same kind of distance between the sand dunes and the water. However, the sand dunes used to come way out beyond where we're seeing now. So yes, the beach has gone completely from this section. Years back, the sand would have been almost to the end of that groin section there as well, where that home is located on top of. All here would have had those stupid bush all along here. You can see they're all dead, have died off because of loss of surface soil. You see a lot of the casuarina trees are along here also have gone. This is not a joke. Where you're seeing the bush here buried is where the sand dune would have been, and it would have tapered off at a much better angle as well. Sea has come in and brought down the sand from up here in these dunes, has leveled it out to make you think there's a big beach here, but the beach is a lot smaller. This is a lot smaller than it used to be because sand dunes are gone. All these roots are being completely undercover. You would have had those foolish bush all out here as well. Like you see some here, it would have been all up here would be actually a sand dune to the same height as where those trees are, but things have changed. That's how things happen. We've seen a lot of erosion on the island, not just on the west coast, but on the south and the southeast and the east coast as well. It's just how nature is at the moment. Let's just hope it doesn't get too much worse than this here. But beautiful, beautiful rustic and natural beauty of Barbados. The nature up here is thick. The piece up here is thick. You can almost slice it. I'm going to give you a little 360 here, or a circle of love. You're gonna see our conductor in it. So we will not have beauty consistently for 360 degrees, but we will try right now. And hopefully, when they get around to him, he'll either duck, jump extremely high, or smile broadly. So here we go.
That's my brother. Blessings, top of blessings. Honor.
Although I look at the erosion and feel really sad about it and stuff, it is so nice to see the bush that was here is gone and all dried up. Maybe I'll come up here and start a bonfire with all these dead branches and stuff, and then film it for RC Great Police and her committee, her false committee of make-believe people that are forming some kind of association to take me down, which is impossible. Because I have people like this here, Mr. Conductor, although he's on his strike list, and he's one of the troublesome ones. He's here up by my side as well, you can see. He's one of my companions and one of my buddies. And then you have like the billionaire, Mr. Jeremy Giddens, you know, he's one of my buddies as well. And then I obviously have the co-star in my corner. She's my Trojan horse that goes in there and lets you know all the secrets. That's not really so, but I'm still going to say it. Good morning, co-star. Missing you terribly. Glad to see you online. Good morning to you and everyone else. Alright, so we're going to continue in a westward direction. We're going to take you down by the old former Civil Sands Resort. Ray has never seen that before. We're going to take a little general stroll in this area. It is not Docile Saturday, so we will actually make some distance and cover some footage this morning. Not like normal conditions where on a Docile Saturday we go nowhere. Normally last week the girls did an incredible job. They actually walked far enough. I didn't have to call any medics, or I didn't have to call any taxis or ZRs to bring them back up. They actually did the walk themselves, so I was so proud of them. Hold on though, give me a second. Man, we got a serious problem. I haven't shown myself yet this morning, Ray.
Oh, no.
Yeah, man,
No.
So, we are the duo today. Yeah, there we go. The duo that are going to bring some entertainment to you.
There's lots of rabbits jumping around there somewhere.
Opposites attract, as you can see, handsome and not so handsome. And handsome is on your right-hand side. I hope your screen is showing right-hand side. But the person with the beard, let's just clarify that earlier o'clock. Actually, you would be able to tell that without having to look at it. So we can be doing some strolling and some walking.
This is a nice stroll.
Yeah, it's a nice beach. So you can enjoy this area for sure. Alright, so just to let Ray and all of you know about the erosion stuff that's gone on here.
Yeah.
I'm going back maybe 30 years now. The dunes were way out here. Were you seeing that?
He's going back 30 years to when he was about 47, 48 years old.
I have a real problem with our guest today, as you all can see. I don't know if he's going to last the entire time. Susan, I hope you have got a picture of him because he may not make it back home. But as you can see, those old casuarina stumps, that was all actually sand dune all there. They had 3 casuarina trees that were in this general area here. Very big trees, that's all gone. But seriously, it was another maybe 15 feet out from where it is, 20 feet out from where it is, and it had an entire tree growth along there. You could have walked around that area that's all meshed off, that's private property. You could actually walk around there on a good 10 feet wide track. People used to bring their windsurf boards, etc. from Silver Sands, and comfortably walk around there. As you can see, you can't even go around there now at all. Even some of the property and some of the boundaries in the property you're actually stepping in and see. So it's a very sad situation with erosion, but then again, it's nature. It's not something that this is not man caused, so we just have to see what happens, you know, everything for a reason. All right, so as you can see, we have some litter here on the beach. I do not know how someone can afford to go to Chefette and buy Chefette chicken and then come here and drop a box on this beautiful beach. I'm sorry, but I may be vegetarian, but I can still have a beef with some things, and that's something that I cannot understand. Why do we have money and we're supposed to be educated and we can work and we do not understand the damaging effects of littering? Look at this here again. All this is all dropped off since we were here last time. More and more erosion. Sea is coming in. The sand is actually working its way down from doing onto the flat beach as well. Let's get up on the section here. Ray, you want me to help you out there? Are you okay?
Olympic trained in climbing mountains.
Oh, okay. No, he's Olympic trained, but he only got a bronze or silver. So I just want to bring you out here, let you all see, if you have not been here, or if you were here 4 or 5 years ago, and you're now seeing up here, you must be crying. Because see where that bench was? That's where there was a bench. All out there was solid sand. It was absolutely beautiful up here. Everything is gone. All the benches that were here have gone. So you can appreciate the kind of damage that has happened up here over time. Well, another change that has also transpired as well. The old original bathhouse that was up over there, just in front of Ray, where directly he's walking, you see it in the distance, that has come down as well. So I guess they're looking at some kind of beautification or modification of this general area, because not the one that dismantled that. You remember last time we did up here, you could actually see the old bathhouse from there. But just to give you a kind of view here, if you want to come and watch some windsurfing or kite surfing, and you want a little shade to do it from, right here is a perfect section. You just pass the actual washroom facilities by NCC. We'll show you that as you walk around. Then you can drive out here and park. But please do not park close to these routes and stuff, because all under here is shifting sand. You can clearly see it. So if you come and park very close here to the front section, you might easily find your vehicle on the beach. I don't think it will happen just like that, but if these trees start to go, they're going to pull everything with them that's in the immediate area. So if you come here, park a little ways back from the actual section itself. I see a sign up here, so I just want to go and see what this is, because I have not seen this before. You know me already. Mr. Conductor and our co-star are not the only malicious people. Oh yes, this is a nice thing. So I like this here. This is great. Pretty much speaks of everything that we talked about when we came up the hill just now. If you tick any of those boxes, or if you tick all of those boxes, you need to get a little more educated on it and realize that you are an idiot and that you don't care about BIM, and your mommy picks up behind you and all of the above. So please do something about it. If you were a person that dropped litter this morning or yesterday, please don't do it anymore. Carry a bag with you and pick up somebody else's next time you're out, rather than contributing to the litter in Barbados. Beautiful, beautiful area. As I said, it's all basically gone. I cannot believe the kind of erosion that's happened here, even in the last 2 years or 3 years. The last 2 years we've been doing the vlogs, live vlogs. I obviously have seen up here quite often. I used to always come here and surf at Silver Sands and hang out in the Silver Rock area as general. Good morning to my brother Malcolm and all of the Silver Sands group that used to be around, used to know as the Silver Sands posse or crew. Good morning to all of you all. Memories come back every time we come into areas like this area of you all, and the kind of fun we used to have in these areas. But you can see all of this here. This sand dune would have been outside of this Gazrina tree, and it worked its way right along here in front of where you're seeing this sargassum. All that would have been sand dune, 20 feet high or more, and that would have continued right around that section. So that gives you an understanding of how bad the erosion is in this area. Alright, so we're going to walk on this way, my brother. Now, I have Ray with me, but it's not a problem, because if he runs out of energy, I can always pick him up. You know, I know he's going to try and keep up with me this morning, but he's not puffing or anything at the moment, or he's put on a very brave face, as you can see. Yeah, he knows if he comes out this morning, we're going to be picking on him, because that's just the way we do it all the time. I pick on others before they have a chance to pick on me. That is my philosophy in life, so that's what we're doing this morning. Alright, so again, all this bush area, this is similar to the other bush that's out there. The other bush bears some ornamental fruit and stuff. These bear some white flowers, same as the one out front that has the ornamental fruit on it. You don't eat the flowers on these plants, you don't eat the ornamental fruit on those. Some people call them sea grapes. You don't eat the sea grape, and you certainly don't put this in your mouth and eat it either. So just remember, this is bush. It is lovely to look at, terrible to taste. A lot of, I have to say, lack of attention on the surrounding areas up here over the last 2 years. Although the NCC facilities here with the showers washrooms, Wi-Fi. Also have a bandstand up here. We talked about this here last week when we visited Brian Talma. We talked about the Silver Rock. We actually did come here and show you this section here, the Silver Sands playing field and stuff, but we're going to be hanging a left and we're going to move in further down into what was the original Silver Sands resort. Wind a little strong this morning, a few gusts of breeze and stuff coming through, but we are going to be sheltered a lot from the natural surroundings. You can see some of the bush that is on the front is here again. It does grow a little bit bigger. That some people may say the trees, but they're a bush because they're really not useful for any purpose whatsoever. Only if you're planning to pick some and put them in a vase or something. We don't eat those things. So I was just talking about the actual, well, for you that do not know, Pride of Barbados. This is our national flower. We pass these here so many times, I don't really ever introduce you all to them, so just like you to see what the Pride of Barbados looks like. Beautiful, and what lovely colours this morning. And even with the blue in the background building, man, check the Barbados colours there then. Hold that. Photo op number 1, don't mind it's not the most beautiful thing, it's still beautiful with the flowers and the colouring in the back.
Are there any pink flowers for Elise? Miss Pinky?
He feels he wants to make me talk, so my timekeeper can tell me that wasn't 20 seconds, but you trying all kind of stuff. You want to ask me something about some pink flowers for a certain person now?
Oh yes, there's a young lady in Miami. Not Miami, Florida.
Okay.
Elise.
Right.
She loves pink flowers.
Okay. So no pink flowers for today. We have the
No
yellow.
pink flowers?
No, we have the yellow Pride of Barbados.
Get your Olympically trained pot and paint out and
Yeah, well,
paint them pink for the young
alright,
girl.
tell you what, as you can see, these are yellow Pride of Barbados flowers.
Oh,
and I'm
yes.
going to go with my pen and set one.
Okay, yeah.
See?
The magic
And I
brush.
put on some of the orange on them here for you as well.
The magic brush.
So you can see the kind of talents that I have. I mean,
Oh,
I even
that's
have, yep.
that's a dark pinky, isn't it? Really? Hello,
I
Mr.
see I'm
Pink.
not the only person that's colourblind, and obviously you all can see that as well. This man is calling them pink. Well. So when you come into the car park here, you can take this little cart trap that goes around the back section. As I said, please don't go out there and drive too close to the edge, and please do not take litter out there and leave it. Remember, when you go somewhere, always take home more than you bring if you can. Help around, help everyone else. I know a lot of people say, that's not my litter, I'm not picking it up, but trust me, it's going to impact you, and it's going to impact your children and your children's children. So it's not your duty to pick it up, but it would be nice if you did that and help Barbados as well, get rid of some of the litter around. So we talked about a little bit of disrepair and stuff. When COVID hit the island, these parks here would have been up, this chain link fence was up, the swings and everything were well maintained. It was a great children's park. But however, when COVID came in, obviously money was put into other areas because of all the demands for medicines and stuff, and also facilities to accommodate those that were sick. I don't know if that's the reason why this is sort of like gone into a little disrepair, but I would imagine that that would have contributed to it for sure. But the park and stuff, as you can see, need a lot of repair. However, the surrounding grounds, like the cricket ground, the above section by the bandstand and everything is being beautified. And as we saw a little while ago, they have dismantled the old washrooms. So there's a possibility that that will also be beautified as well. Let's put the camera on him. I'm making conscious. That's alright, I got it covered. I'm an Olympian, man.
Yeah,
I could backflip over that where that's not a problem. Yeah. I am talented, you know, Ray.
I know.
Yeah, don't let him say anymore though. If all of a sudden you all realize that the audio on this vlog stops, it will be because I disconnect the microphone, because I know that he's probably going to say something that I do not want you all to hear at some course of the game today. So if you all go into blankness and like real silence, don't think there's a major problem. It's something that I have done purposely. So we were up here, I don't remember how long ago. We did walk through this section here, and we actually walked in by the Silver Sands Resort. Showed you some footage from the land side. We did a lot of the some photos from that section as well. This section above here is the newest addition that was on to Silver Sands before it closed. This is what you call, how to call the posh area. We'll show you a little bit more of that, but not everything is gone. Ray and myself were just talking a few minutes ago about how you know, it's a real shame that a lot of these resorts and stuff are just sitting right here, and then new structures are going up in other areas rather than utilize the footprints that are out here that are already in play, and offer them as a, you know, as a discounted rate or a better rate or a preferred rate for people to utilize them rather than go and build somewhere new. That would be really nice, because these resorts are in spectacular areas. I don't remember Silver Sands ever being a low occupancy. Obviously it must have been, because they closed down. They went bankrupt and closed the operation. But I honestly can't tell you. And I lived here at Silver Sands for many, many years. I mean, literally 7 days a week I used to drive here and surf, play beach volleyball, just hang out with the guys in the beach. And you know, up here was thriving, and this all of a sudden overnight, bam, just stopped. Nice piece of property here. There. Yeah, we're going to do a little nosy here, Mr. Conductor.
Out, quick.
Yeah. They got a big dog in here, likes to chase me though. He doesn't get calm too well.
Sand Dune. Is that the name of the dog, Sand Dune?
Yeah, Sand Dune's the name of my dog, yeah.
Sandy
Boy,
Dune.
tell you, boy, I want to pop it to me today though. Seriously. You can see there's a nice secluded area down here.
Well, it's a good job we haven't come up in the car.
Yeah. Well, we could have parked here though. We could have parked here for sure.
You can park
yeah,
anywhere.
Yeah, in Beijing War, you can park anywhere you want, anywhere. So you would also remember that it was a windsurfing shop here, a water sports, well, windsurfing shop really. Had all of its lockers and stuff. That was taken on last time we were here, but this was the past section of Silver Sands. I mean, this was, times fly so fast, but I would like to say that maybe about 5 years after this was built, or the resort was expanded in this direction, this place closed down. So it was so beautiful in its prime day. Anyone that has been to Silver Sands or frequented Silver Sands in the past, when it was in operation, would remember the resort up here. It was something that you would not have expected to close. Always full of people. It's just a shame, real crying shame. So they dismantled this windsurf shop here, obviously because it may have been utilized for people around the general area to cause some problems. So that's gone down now. Probably more of a security aspect than any other reason. All the fencing here is gone. Now this is the area that you're going to really notice the erosion terribly if you've been to Silver Sands in the past. We're going to walk this direction just to show you the angle of it from the beach, and then we're going to go back just a little bit, backtrack a little bit across the chain link fence and onto the beach itself. But around here, this is not a joke, used to have a walkway, I would say 10 to 12 feet wide. You could have carried your windsurfing boards all around this section here. You can clearly see what's happening. It's just going bit by bit. More boulders have been dropped, but just have a look at what's going on here. So where you're seeing the furthest boulders here in the water, that is where the path would have gone out to. It would have been a wide path going around here. As I said, comfortable to carry big, long windsurf boards and stuff around this point. This is one of my favorite breaks in Barbados. This is what I call my home break. This one in Dover, which is Bonnie Dundee. I'm going to show you a little bit more about that there. Anyone who's experienced up here would know. Yeah, Ray, I see you can't believe what's going on here. Unbelievable, huh? It's got you like spellbound.
Well, you can't see when it's going to come back.
I don't know if it'll ever come back.
It's gone forever, hasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much so.
I mean, it would cost too much.
Yeah, they know how to push the stone for sure. And
too much.
But the erosion is terrible. Like originally in the area directly in front of us, they had a big sun deck there. They also had a wooden walkway or like a boardwalk to surround for the hotel all along that area there, whereas now nothing, where you just see a lot of, I'd say the crabgrass, etc. growing. All that has gone. So again, a similar situation here with the erosion as you would have seen above. This area is really badly affected at the moment for sure.
I think what we ought to do is get the Spice Girls back down here.
Spice Girls.
Nicole, Jacqueline, Mary, Trisha, the crazy gang from yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Get them down to tidy everywhere up. Mind you, when they finish, it probably look worse than it is now.
Well, if we had a party here, this place would definitely kick again for sure. This is a good place for a Boxing Day party or something.
These girls will party anywhere. The Spice Girls.
Okay, I may have to mute this microphone. Nicole and all of you all have until Wednesday to get back this man. You know, so if you say anything about you all negatively, you have until Wednesday before he leaves the island. You can take care of him. I know Susan will not have a problem with that. She's probably wanted him to be corrected a long time ago, so you all can help her out with that for sure. All right, we can do a little walking across this not so private property. We used to.
Trisha on the top floor with a paint pot.
Trisha, he's at you as well too, so be careful, huh? So this is absolutely makes me feel crying, because this is where I pretty much live 10 to 12 years of my life every day, coming to this beach, hanging out with the guys up here. I actually saw a few of the guys this week. Pringle, my brother, I talked to you this week, said we were always talking about your beach volleyball and stuff, and Mouse and Bird and all the other guys, Hardman, who's no longer with us. Lots of memories, lots of fun was happening up here on this beach. But it's still beautiful. I mean, let's not look at the actual structure, but let's just look at how lovely out here is nature-wise and how peaceful it is. I'm not leaving him behind. Don't mind that he's coming down here really comfortably. He's really, really slow. I'm gonna have to buy him a Monster or something this morning, or give him a cup of coffee. I'm not too sure. That happens when you go out partying the day before with a lot of people. Like me, you can handle it. You know, I had like 7 tonic waters last night, and I'm sober still. I don't have any kind of effects going on this morning. I'm feeling great. Usually when I get to 5 or 6, I start to totter, but I was good last night. It was great. More of this bush along here. I would like them to bring some bulldozers and push down all of these. Leave back the other stuff like the almond and thing, but get rid of all of this nonsense here. This needs to be gone for sure. We're gonna take a little walk up a little closer. We're gonna walk through the resort a little bit. We're gonna try and go through there. I have my security with me today, so I am not worried about going into the actual resort itself. Beautiful. Now, originally, where these poles are here, this was where the banner used to have like this wallaby post right around the entire fencing right around here. Just to cordon off the actual property itself. And then we used to have volleyball net set up here off the coconut trees a little further down. And this beach was much, much bigger. Here was a massive sand dune, much higher than it is now. And you'll see behind where the boardwalk used to be. This has been dismantled again. The last time we came through here, this boardwalk was still here. We actually stepped on this and we walked across this. So a lot of lumber has been moved. I'm not sure if a house is being built somewhere, but you can see a lot of lumber has been dismantled and moved. Not really deemed safe anyhow, but we used to enjoy walking through here. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so we're gonna have a moving photo op here, but we're gonna give you this here for 20 seconds. Enjoy. Hold that, timekeeper. I had a better count this time because you know the person that was trying to make me come off of my count was not talking this time, so that was a wonderful thing. All right, so Mr. Impact, you watched it yesterday, but I remember watching you when I was a much younger fella up here at Silver Sands. I remember just in this bar here we used to put on your performance, so the memories are still fresh. And every time I watch you, sort of get a little flashback to those days. I'm not sure if we can still get through here because of the boardwalk and stuff, but we're gonna go as far as we can. If we have to turn around, we'll go back the other way. But I'd like to show you a little bit more of the resort. As I said, I do have my security with me today, so I am not frightened. Yeah, it's looking pretty ratty now down here for sure. I mean, last time we were up here, it was not anything like this. It's really, really looking a lot worse than it was before. We're gonna have to do a little backtracking. My brother could have got here blocked off, so do just a little backtracking, not too far. Look, he's puffing now, you know, look. He's saying, Nicholas, you can make me walk back over that place again. I don't have the energy. Look at him. Is that not what he's saying? Well, you know, tell you, if you're coming walking with me, get ready to share some licks and get ready to receive some, because I'm going to give and I'm going to take the same way. It's not a problem. That's what we do comfortably. Manchester trees, even here, had it bands around it to note to you how dangerous these trees are. They would warn all about here about the matching and stuff. I really like to go down through this footpath though. I really don't go right the way back out, but it's looking very overgrown to me. May not be able to get through it, so we're gonna have to sort of like go around. Yeah, so we went through here last time, but we're gonna have to go around. I'll let you take your photos and stuff, my brother. I'm going back in this direction though and carry the family around here a little bit. So all this was prime beach section here. You would have found hundreds of long chairs out here, windsurf boards out here. This is a high octane resort for sure. I would say the majority of people here were windsurfers or enjoyed this type of environment, rougher conditions, you know, definitely rougher seas. We always mention about the boring coast, which is known as West is boring, but these are the kind of conditions you could have got up here. You could come and surf up here. You don't really find this on the West too often. We're not putting on the West because we already said the West is a beautiful coastline, that it's amazing and that they have excellent sea conditions, great for snorkeling or for swimming or just for hanging about with no currents whatsoever. That is why we call it the boring coast, and that's only because I am a very athletic guy. I am a highly trained and skilled Olympian. I am certified in the arts of anything called exercise. Every category I have the certification in. So you would understand that I like this kind of environment, and a lot of people that do as well. Beautiful this morning. See some people down below enjoying the sunrise, enjoying daybreak I should say. Not too much of a sunrise today, but you can see why here would have been a challenge for most people to swim. This is pretty much how the conditions would be. most of the year. There will be some camera times in summer and stuff, but when it comes around to the Christmas time, around this time of year, you will get some swells that will come around with high pressures off of cold fronts, etc. will come into the southeast section and the south. So up here is pretty much like this here all around at this time of the year. So they had a massive pool here, or 2 pools. That was obviously so that people could swim in comfort and stuff if they were not able for the challenges that were down here. But sitting on this beach and breathing in the peace and serenity of this location used to be amazing. Even when I didn't quite understand what the peace and serenity was, it was still amazing. The memories are so fresh for me. It's unreal. A lot of stuff has been going up here. I've noticed a lot of cleaning up on the property and stuff. We saw the dismantling of the boardwalk itself. We're seeing a lot of other cleaning up going up on the property. Don't know if there are any intentions for anything, or if they just decide to sort of like clean it up a little bit, try and clean up any kind of situation that was here. You know, you get dormant buildings like this here, you do find people that move into them or hang around them, so maybe they're just cleaning it up so that there's less of an opportunity for people to do so. We have a couple walking up here. I am not going to interfere with them. I interfered with a lot of people yesterday. As you would have noticed at Crystal Waters, if you did watch the video, if you haven't watched it, please watch it. A lot of people were a little bit camera conscious, but you know, that did not stop us. When it's Sunday, we go around and we include everyone, whether they are comfortable with it or not. Then after a little while they start smiling. I'm going over here. Sorry, I said I was not going to interfere with this couple, but I'm going to go interfere with them because I need to go and exchange some love and care the EMC way. So here we go. Let me get off this microphone, move silently and stealth. Don't realize I'm coming for them. I'm coming for you! Good morning, how are you all this morning?
Great.
Awesome. Isn't it just beautiful out here?
Amazing.
We've been here since 8 hours.
Right. Oh, 8 hours?
Yeah.
For a long time. So you're actually staying in this general area then? Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely. HK, beautiful. Lovely up here. You have a lovely spot. Very, very nice.
Yes, amazing.
Are you local or?
I am. I'm actually going to give you, I think I have our cards here, so just give me 1 second. We have some greeting cards. I'll give you one. It's not a business, it's a journey, and there are hundreds of people that walk it with me. They walk their own journey, but it's all about peace and serenity and kindness and love and care and stuff. Then we get some folks that walk with us as well. But you can have a look on YouTube or Facebook, see what we do, and please come and join us. If you like peace and serenity, we offer day breaks and sunrise almost every morning. Just tell me your first name.
Malin.
Sorry?
Malin.
Malin?
Yes.
Okay, hi, nice to meet you, and I'm Nicholas. This is my cardio later.
And Lucas.
You all have a fantastic time. Enjoy.
You too. Thank you.
All right, see you all later. Bye-bye. As you will notice, 99.999%, everybody knows that I'm a mathematician and that I call the exact percentage, but 99.99% of people are happy when we start to talk to them because they realize that we're giving off a positive vibe, nothing to be frightened for. Notice that Ray walked away. If Ray had stayed here, they may have not stood and talked to me. They may have run up the beach a little bit, but he walked away because he knew that he may bring a little bit of fear to them. As you can see, he's a big guy. He's my security. I brought him with me this morning. He can't hear any of this anyhow. Even if he was on his phone listening to the 10-second delay, so I can get away with murder. All right, so there was a structure here that's being taken down. You also notice that as well. It was a wooden structure. You see the bar. When they expanded so big the windsurfing, they actually brought a bar down here as well, right on the beach. It was like a Heineken shop. And inside they had jacuzzis on this deck here. They had 2 of them. Then beyond that, you can see the 2 swimming pools. Not to go too much into the resort itself. I'm just going to stay in this general area and walk in the cliff a little more. Let you see some of this beauty. It's our first day for the week. We have today and tomorrow, then we have 2 rest days, Wednesday and Thursday. But however, as you know, Independence Day is coming up and we're going to be celebrating that amazing event. So we will be doing some footage from somewhere. Don't know what time it will start, don't know what time it will end, but we will be carrying some independence celebrations. And as you know, on Thursday we have a massive queue that's going to be held in the Botanical Gardens. That's down the Waterford area. Waterford, down the National Stadium. That is a new area that's being developed by the government of Barbados as a botanical garden. So that's where they're going to be hosting the queue in the community. You can get a chance to see that firsthand. I actually haven't been in the garden since they've started to develop it. So we get an opportunity as well. As you would have seen yesterday, and as you will see on other days that we have off days, does not mean we have rest days. We have a lazy driver who likes to take the off days and turn them into rest days and says, you're not supposed to do anything, Nick. You're supposed to stay home and relax and breathe. And don't do anything. She's talking to the wrong person because I am not like her. I am not lazy. I'm an active person. So I make sure I'm coming out every day. There's beauty in Barbados to be shared. It doesn't stop. It doesn't say, all right, we got to take a break on Wednesday and Thursday and Sunday, and therefore you don't need to show it. No, we need to show Barbados every day. Whether it be by picture format, whether it be by live broadcast, it doesn't make a difference. We're going to show you every day. Beautiful. You okay, right? Yeah. All right, cool. Beautiful, beautiful Barbados. Ray, don't follow me, you know. I'm a highly trained and skilled athlete. If you see me go down somewhere like that and walk down it so it's flat, don't think that you can do that as well.
I am walking in your footsteps. Oh.
Yeah, there he goes. Yeah. So this place is where these folks are staying. Really nice accommodations. This is one place that survived through all of the hard times. This is very, very popular. As you can appreciate, this is a specialty style of living.
Get the ladder. Get the ladder.
Well, we don't need a ladder, brother. We're gonna project up because we know the people are staying here out on the beach at the moment, so we can afford to come in and scan it. But you can get accommodations here. But as you can appreciate, it's going to be different from anywhere else on the island. You either like this type of environment and this type of surroundings, or you don't. It's not something that you can say, well, I'll be okay up there. No, you're either going to like it or not. If you don't have a car up here, don't plan to go anywhere really. Bus system out here, yes, that works as well. A little hard to get at Silver Sands. You have to do a little bit of walk into the poles, etc. But the opportunity to come up here and enjoy this kind of nature and peace is absolutely amazing. Now this is the swell here, small at the moment, but that is where it normally breaks from. Going back some years, only painting a few memories. Bill St. John, Big Bill, and a lot of the St. John family used to bring their boat and moor it halfway between here and the reef itself when it was really big and surf on the inside section. That was years ago. That will carry us back in memory, some of you all. The break out here, really good. It's like a smaller style soup bowl, shorter, but it's same kind of power in relation to the size and stuff. Usually if you get good offshore conditions, excellent. But if you are planning to surf here, mid-tide please, not low for sure, because it just closes out, and when it's high tide you get a massive backwash. But mid-tide is more like the best time for you. Hold on a sec, he's whispering to me, so I have to have witnesses to this here. You hold on a sec. Yeah. So let me turn this around. Hold on, no saying yet. All right, talk.
We just passed a sign back there saying, if you wish to rent this property, the one behind us, phone Nicholas Dean, owner.
Oh, you're such. What?
Plus other rental properties along the coastline.
Okay. So, all right. So you see, I brought the opposite to me. You see, all know I tell the truth. I don't fabricate anything at all. Everything is truth, straight above board. But as you can see, not happening in his case at all. So we have to have opposites to attract. But then again, similarities also attract, because like our family, Simone, who is bare trouble, I like to be around her, and Nicole, who was known as the sweetest girl in the world, Miss Kier, who butter would not melt in her mouth, has turned into absolute strike artist. Very bad behave. Everybody is turning into bad behave but me, and it's very difficult for me to try and stabilize everyone and keep everyone under control. But you know what, I'm the Beijing warrior and I can't do it. I am not going to give up. Beautiful. I'll
just pop back and pick the signs up that you've thrown down. I won't be a minute.
Okay, brother, you do what you got to do. Don't mind him, he's going to talk a lot of nonsense. I brought him knowing this was going to happen. Believe it or not, I obviously like to suffer. If not, I would never have brought him with me. But I actually enjoy walking with him. He's a lot of fun, for sure. He is the original person that came up with the concept of having a mystery bus tour. Oh, nice. Hear that. Beautiful, beautiful blowhole. So you can get it again, if you can get something off of the swell. Here we go. So you can actually hear nature breathing here now. Just beautiful this morning. Yeah, so I was saying, Ray Cope was the person who came up with the plan. We had started walking tours and stuff, and he said, well, look, let us do a mystery bus tour. So we have to thank him for his suggestion and for his motivation and for his continued support along the same venture. We have a lot of fun, as you all can see, every morning. This is called a mystery bus tour. You usually don't know where we're going. Very few do, select few do. Our driver, when she's not on vacation, would know, but since she's been here on vacation, I have not told her at all, and I'm not going to tell her. She has to be like everyone else when she's not driving. You can see in the distance Rescue Beach, or Baby Beach. There are a lot of different names for it. I know if Elizabeth is here, that's usually where she will come and meet me. So I know she probably cannot this morning because it was a Sunday night party for her, I am sure. She's probably still in bed, but if she is around, Elizabeth, come and speak to us, please. Come and say to your family. Another really good break as well, right here. There's a left that comes in, extremely shallow, very fast, very hollow. So anytime you come up on this section here, and there's really a big wave cranking straight off at this point here itself, right down into Rescue Beach or Rescue Bay, into that area. So that's another option for surfers as well. Not many people come out here and surf because it's sort of like chancy. You have to have the perfect conditions for out here to really be good, but you can get out here really good. beautiful morning. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here on the cliff a little bit, give you another circle of love, you to take in what we're experiencing here, and then we go a little further down. Today, time is our decision maker. We're not be actually doing from point to point. It will be the time. So enjoy this here. I'm gonna give you a little piece of Serenity. Enjoy this here. The sounds of this ocean are just incredible this morning. Talk about peaceful, absolutely beautiful, beautiful morning. Stunning along these cliffs here. If you get the opportunity to walk these cliffs again, I recommend this early morning, 10:30 on to like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Here is like a furnace, a lot of heat. Although you get a breeze, it's a very warmish breeze. A lot of sea spray as well, make you feel sticky and definitely uncomfortable. As you can see, he can't help himself but be nosy. He's sat here looking into these people's property. A big ocean and a big scene outside, and he's going to look into people's property.
Having a look at the length of the grass in your back garden.
Yeah.
I think you ought to get somebody down to cut the grass.
You think so?
Yeah.
It looks pretty good to me, though.
No.
Yeah, but you're talking spending money. Right now it's cheap
Well,
time.
you've got plenty of money.
Oh, Lord, here we
You're
go.
the richest man on the south
Oh,
coast.
here we go. I said that's the most handsome man. That's the most
handsome.
and the richest in peace and love and happiness.
That's where I've got
See?
it all
Peace
wrong.
and love and happiness. My brother here, huh? This is Ray Coat, my brother. Yes, the conductor himself. Saiga boy style and all. Jeez.
You Spice Girls have got nothing on us.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, you keep running from them. I know. You know, he was planning to stay here until Sunday and go out for another day with us on the walk. However, after his terrifying experience with the ladies 2 weeks ago, he does not want to do anymore. He says he's not able to take them on anymore.
Frightened me to death, them five
See,
girls.
he's actually admitting it. He's fighting to death. You could believe that with 5 people. I came out with 5 people the other day. I had them eating like little lambs out my hand, man. So we call this, I like to call this here one of the most beautiful walks and peaceful walks. I'm going to keep quiet. I am hoping that Ray Coat will keep quiet until we get through this location here. Okay, I want you to experience it. Here we go. Hold on a sec. I want to keep quiet until I went to the very end, but this is my balancing beam. I'm going to see if I can do a couple of back flips or something like that there if Ray will hold the gimbal for me. Ray, you going to hold the gimbal? No? Okay, no problem. So I can't do it. Ray's declined. So I'm walking comfortably across this here. I'm familiar with this here. I'm really good at balance beams and stuff. You know, I am an incredible athlete, as you all would know. Remember the stunts you all are seeing on here. These are not done by normal people. These are people who are highly trained like myself. So please be careful. Don't come out here and try and do things that you're seeing us do. Poor Ray, he's just watching at the moment. He's not doing them. Just to clarify that, he's not Olympic. He was Olympic trained, but that was before the days that it was known as the Olympics. So I will tell you how long ago that was. Lots of rental properties all over here. If you want rental property, just put it in Silver Sands. Do a little Google. Tons of rental properties up behind the section here. A lot of bungalows and stuff. Also down the beachfront area.
He's advertising his own properties again.
Yeah, well, buddy, you gotta do something, you know what I mean? Who's gonna do it for me? After all, who's gonna say the most handsome man in the world except for me and the 99.99% of people on here?
Spice Girls think you're gorgeous.
Everybody thinks I'm gorgeous. Everybody, except for one person. But she doesn't really matter because she still loves me. I have a lot of love notes that the Secret Police sent to me. I have them as evidence. I have them on hard copy, backup copy on the hard drive. I also have them on the cloud as well to make sure that no matter what she does, she can't get them. So anytime that she talks nonsense about me, I will disclose those secret love files to everyone. Beautiful morning though. Is this not just stunning? This is beautiful, huh, buddy?
It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. You're enjoying this one?
Yes.
Alright, yeah, I know you're enjoying it.
Off the beaten track.
Right.
as we say, the real Barbados.
Real Barbados, man, as you always like to say.
Yeah.
We don't have any annoying women with us today, no?
Oh, no, no, no. Let's have a look around. They're not hiding in the bushes, are they?
Oh boy.
They'll leap out any minute now, knowing that Trisha.
Right. Yeah, they're pretty disgusting.
Nice.
Yeah, she's frightening. She's terrifying, for sure. She's really bad. That's why we put her in the driver's seat. Nobody has to interact with her at all because she's terrifying. Beautiful morning here. Absolutely stunning. So here has been like beautified along this section by the people that own this property. Nice little bench, you know, a nice little walking area here as well. Really, really nice. A couple of dogs are coming out, but you know me, I'm the charmer. The only one that I can't charm is the one up at the top where we started. It gives me a lot of trouble, but these look great. It's just a beautiful, beautiful morning. Is this not stunning? I love up here. Up here has a sign that I had taken a picture of the other day. Seem to be doing some work as well. They put on a new decking in the front here, it looks like. It's looking pretty nice. Conscious. Morning, how are you all? Alright. I like this. The sign that I love up in here as we got
morning.
before.
Good
No
morning.
better time to be at the beach. That's it. Beautiful. We're coming up to Surfers Cafe. Well, not Surfers Cafe. This is the actual, trying to remember what it's, Moonraker, I think it is, up in the section here. It's also a place where it has a lot of full moon parties and stuff. They have campfire, big bonfires up here at full moon. Live bands will play up here. We're going to take you up inside, like you have a quick peep at their facility as well, just very, very quickly. And then we're going to come back down. You notice that the construction they had put on the beach, that we were wondering what it was going to be a little while ago, has been dismantled. It was directly there in the center of the camera. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but my brother who comes up here all the time, he will obviously update you all on what's going on. That's Kerry Cheesebro. He's always up here. This is one of his favorite haunt areas, so he will advise you of what's going on up here better than me for sure. And a certain person that calls Elizabeth, that she lives in this general area. Actually, she lives everywhere in Barbados when she comes down. Always changes her location. Can't even tell you where she is. Like last night, Mr. Pat quarreled with me and told me that I disclosed where he lived to a lot of people. So I had to say, yes, it's the truth. I can't deny that. It's on film. Surfers Bay. Don't mistake this for Surfers Cafe, which is in Iceland. This is Surfers Bay itself. You can also get accommodations here if you would like. They have rental accommodations. I remember when this first opened, how big this was. It was a coral house is just above us as well. That was another apartment I stayed at quite a few times. But as you can see, this is a private residence. But a lot of really nice conveniences up here. They have a pool. You know, it's a really nice spot to be laid back and stuff. But again, you'll find mainly outdoors persons and people who like windsurfing and stuff up here. Just beautiful this morning. Just to give you an indication of the surrounding area, just to let you feel it a little bit, in case you're interested in staying in this section. If you want to get away from it all, and you don't want to go all over to the east side of the island, to the east coast of the island, this is where you can come and do so. I definitely recommend, if you really want to get away from it, go and rent somewhere down the Cattlewash area, or Bash Bay area, Martins Bay, Bath Beach, something like that. That will get you away from everything, if that's the type of vacation you're looking for. Here is still a little bit further away from all the action, but it's still within range of the action. So if you want a best of both worlds, well, here would be a good spot, or this general area would be a good spot as well. I'm not too sure what's going on with this bar. I don't know if they're fully functioning at this present time. Again, that can be confirmed by yourself, by Googling it, or confirmed by some others. But I see a lot of stuff has been going on. I see a lot of stuff that still needs to be going on. But as I said, this section here where they had this outdoor barbecue area, that has been dismantled. So I don't know what's going to be going on with this here. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. We're going to stop our vlog this morning just in front of us, just overlooking the Rescue Beach area. That's where we'll be signing off. Just want to show you that the sargassum has mainly gone. There is a fresh float that came in, not a big one, but there is a little bit we've noticed on Silver Rock, Silver Sands, and also down here you can see the color of the actual sargassum itself. It is a fresh float that's come in. Nothing major. Remember that on these areas along the east, southeast, and the eastern side, you will get sargassum pretty much most of the year. Not a lot though, just little traces of it, but you can actually see it. It will come in little floats and then it will dry off and go. But you really wouldn't find the east coast too often without any traces of it whatsoever on it. Beautiful, beautiful area. So we brought you to this nature's paradise that you viewed this morning. Unfortunately, we've seen a lot of beautiful facilities like Silver Rock, Silver Sands, that have all gone into disrepair. which is a real shame because I do know the kind of activities that used to happen in these areas. You see a lot of fun before. As I said, I don't know why, because I always had a high occupancy rate. But then again, I don't know. I'm not a books man, so I can't tell you for sure. I'm going to give you your circle of love from here. And I'm going to go and talk to Ray, let him say his farewells to you all. He's leaving the island on Wednesday. And then we will sign off for the morning. So here we go. We can do a circle of love for you. Enjoy this there. No, that is absolutely stunning. I'm hoping you all can feel the peace of Serenity and feel how lovely out here is. A lot of nice crisp breeze blowing out of the southeast. Feels great out here this morning. Absolutely stunning. Let's go and say a farewell to our guest today, our conductor, Mr. Conductor himself, Mr. Ray Cope. He's been in the island, gave a lot of trouble, so Barbados will probably never be the same again. But don't mind, he's left some great memories with us as well. Man, don't walk away, please get away from me. You can't walk as fast as me. I'm coming for you. My brother, we're signing off now, so I just want to say hi and farewell to everyone.
Do we have to go so early?
Yeah.
We've only been out since 2 o'clock.
This is the man that tells me, you know, I want to keep it below 30 minutes and cut off. You know, he wants to continue walking. Check that out. All right, so everyone here saying thank you for coming and joining. You know,
Fabulous.
You've had a good trip.
We've had a wonderful trip, and I'm really glad the Spice Girls haven't been with us.
Yeah, it's nice this
It's
morning.
been a man tour.
Yeah, peace and quiet.
Oh dear me,
Yeah,
well
yeah.
sometimes. Somebody keeps rabbiting them, but I'm not quite sure who it is.
You see how it is.
I mean, look
Lift
at
them
this.
up,
This
chop
is
them down.
fabulous, this is.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. For
It's
sure.
really, really nice.
Yeah. So,
early morning crew.
so Mr. Q,
Oh.
as you see, we have a temporary queue right now until we get to Barbados. So from G and from the make-believe queue, we're going to say farewell to you all, the handsome man from Barbados. Greet you all
The
with all the
handsome
love.
man from
Oh,
Barbados.
thank you. Thanks, man. And, you know, guys, you all have a great time. We've had fun.
This guy is fantastic. Everybody knows
Good
that.
there.
Oh, just cut it off now and
Yeah.
be done with.
Okay, well,
we can't say anymore, can we?
You don't talk anymore because $10 every time you pay me a compliment. I can't afford you. It's too expensive. You know, guys, have a great time. Greet us in Barbados.
Yeah, we've got to just go back now and pick up all the signs saying phone Nicholas Dean to rent
Right.
property, etc., etc.
Yeah, for sure.
We've got a big pickup truck to collect the signs.
Nice. Okay, so that means we put them up this morning to fool people that you had money.
Quiet.
Yes. Okay.
Quiet.
I know, guys, have a great time. You all enjoy.
Love you all. It's
Okay.
been fantastic.
Yeah. Sending peace and love from Barbados.
Peace and love for everybody.
Absolutely. See you all later, the MC family. Check you all.
Goodbye. Hasta la pasta.
Until next time. Okay.
Hasta la pasta.